microphone and let's have the welcome sales master Teresita Cartensen from all the way from Seattle. She's gonna tell us about her journey with Atomy. So welcome Teresita.
Hey,
Yay,
Tita.
Tita! Woohoo!
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Teresita Carstensen, Sales Master with the Seattle Absolute Center. By the way, please call me Tita. That tells me I'm okay. You see, when I was a kid, Grandpa only called me Teresita when I was in trouble. So call me Tita, okay? Now that we got that settled, I am excited. I am excited to tell you that I continue to learn more about Atomy from my upline mentors. Not only that, my Atomy business flourishes with the consistent encouragement and motivation by Star Master Daniel and Jennifer Lim. Thank you both for allowing me to share my journey with Atomy today. Looking back at the rearview mirror of my life, I was born in the Philippines, where I got my education, starting from grade school up to the University of the Philippines, where I earned my accounting degree and my MBA. In 1978, I moved to the United States and got married to my husband in 1979. We celebrated our wedding anniversary last September of the COVID year. I retired from my job as Central Accounting Manager of the City of Seattle in 2004. Prior to that, I held a similar position with the Public Works Department of Kitsap County, Washington. During and after all my years of employment here in the US, I was and still am heavily involved with church ministry. About 2 years ago, I got signed up in Atomy. So today, I will share with you my journey with Atomy in the following 6 areas. How I got started and why I got involved with Atomy, early steps in Atomy, my first one-day seminar, building my Atomy business and lessons learned, sales mastership, a milestone and a blessing, and where to go from here. This is how I got started with Atomy. But before I proceed, first let me say I treasure the impact of Atomy in my life. But strangely enough, my enrollment in Atomy was not intentional. To understand why, allow me to give a little more insight about myself. At the core of who I am, there are a few 4-letter words that underlie everything I do. These are love, health, and work, all of which I carry out hard. Meaning I work hard, I help hard, I love hard. And by the way, I also eat hard. My husband is 190 pounds, almost 6 feet tall, and I'm 112 pounds, 5 feet tall, yet I eat twice as much as he does. You think that's funny? Here's what happened. Lori Linda, a nice lady from church, asked me to meet her one Saturday afternoon. I complied because I was always trying to help her. Another nice lady who I met for the first time was there, and she gave me a free facial, something I never had before. This lady turned out to be my present upline, Arsinia Hotzel. Still trying to help Laura Linda, I purchased a box of stuff, which includes a tube of foam cleanser, the cream that I remembered the most during the facial because of its subtle fragrance and smoothness that felt really nice. I got home, took out the foam cleanser, started using it every day, and I put away the rest of the items in the box. Later, I realized that I am already signed up as Atomy member. and that I already had 2 members, one on my left and one on my right. I still did not pay attention and still did not do anything about Atomy. Months later, Lorlinda died unexpectedly, and absent any family in the USA, I helped with her final arrangements under the name of our church, the Gospel Outreach of Kitsap County. So I helped with her funeral, memorial services, finally sending her ashes to the Philippines. After the fact, I realized that she must have been my immediate upline. So these are my early steps in Atomy. One day, my right downline invited me to attend a birthday celebration for Atomy members at the Atomy Kitsap Center. Didn't that sound backward? Wasn't I supposed to be the one inviting her because I'm her upline? But would you believe, I didn't even know until then that we had an Atomy Center in my own city. I stayed a little while at the party. She pointed out Jay to me, but I had no idea who Jay was, only that she is Korean. I saw the Lars blue wall hanging that I later learned is the Atomy motto. In the days that followed, I got to know Elvie Gonzalez and her Atomy story. I got to know who Bill is, Arsenia's husband. Brother Bill, that's what I like calling him, graciously offered to teach me about the Atomy business, how to use my own free website, how to order, how to sign up members, how to help my downline to earn commission, how to do a group order, the works. I learned much from him, and I'm still learning. I thought to myself, this is the kind of upline I ought to become. Then came the first one-day seminar that I attended. Eventually, Brother Bill and Arsenia invited me to a one-day seminar where I met Marcus Lee, who impressed me with his courtesy, his eloquence, and his goal to become an imperial master. I was also impressed by other successful Atiomians who went on stage. One of them was Mimi Grier, and the other was Oki Lee, who spoke with zest about her success in Atomy, and she spoke in the Korean language. Even though her message was being translated in English, her body language that exhibited her passion for Atomy was enough for me to understand how good this business is. For the first time, I also watched our CEO, Hanjil Park, speak on video. He was an awesome speaker, full of life, with great principles, great vision. Oh, and wow, how he captures his audience. Now, in building my Atomy business, I learned a lot of lessons. It is said that a little knowledge is dangerous, and not for the first time, I found it to be true. Having learned a bit more about Atomy, I came to the conclusion that I must build this business. With the motivation from my upline, coupled by my desire to help a lot of people who need more income, I saw Atomy as a viable way to lift someone from poverty. Then came the challenges. I thought to myself, who would be interested in signing up with Atomy? What would I say to convince them to sign up? And what if they say no? What would I do then? Suppose I approach everyone I know and then I run out of prospects. Sure enough, all those questions actually arose and then some. Then the struggle to find solutions followed. I gathered the answers that I have heard in meetings and presentations to the question, who would I talk to? Perhaps many of you already know these answers, but it bears repeating. It meant I had to make a list of everybody I know with their phone number, email, and mailing address. I had to create a schedule of appointments with name, date, time, or place to contact prospects by phone, media, or through personal meeting. I have to be on time. Better yet, they're early for appointments. Start with family members, even knowing that some of them might be hesitant and some may even say no. I have to contact friends, neighbors, co-workers, and their families and their friends. Then I had to scour through hundreds of Facebook requests to see who I really know. By that time, I was already using many of the products, and that helped with the challenge of what to say to the prospects. Our experts and mentors have also given us tips and guidelines for opening pleasant conversations and some effective icebreakers that I tried to remember and use. We were taught not to take it personally when a prospect says no. Give them time and space, then follow up and follow through. Next came the time when my list was almost exhausted. My mentors introduced the NFL concept to me. At first, I thought they were talking about football. I found out that this NFL means no friends left. That was exactly where I was at. I had NFL, no friends left. Some of them have moved away, others have died. Oh, so sad. However, my mentor said, wait, don't worry. There's another kind of an NFL. It is new friends list. Okay. So that meant I needed to motivate inactive members, build a new list, ask for referrals from those who said no, use common sense and talk to other casual acquaintances, look up former colleagues and former employees, talk to new neighbors, talk to strangers, reach out to friends and acquaintances in other states and in the Philippines. At this point, I was definitely outside my comfort zone. But because I already saw the future in Atomy, my discomfort did not stop me from continuing with the business. Soon, it became obvious that signing up members did not guarantee their patronage of the products. By this time, I was already using many of the Atomy products regularly. This helped me to prove their absolute quality and gave me the confidence to show people how well they really work. I placed the products in the hands of prospects for them to see, use, taste, feel, and experience their absolute quality. It is a fact that income or commissions could only come from sales and purchases that generate PVs. I endeavored to help each one of my downlines to earn a commission, hoping that it would motivate them to buy, use, and share the products. Well, this worked with some, but not with the others. Even though my first goal was to become a sales master, I figured that I was not ready for a sales mastership. I needed a lot more active members, so I concluded that it would take me a long time to attain my first goal. From this experience, there are many lessons that I learned the hard way. Do not ignore opportunities that come your way. Do not procrastinate because time is of the essence.
Okay.
The early bird catches the worm.
There we go. Is this it?
Atomize yourself and your home. The sooner, the better. Get healthy using your own health products bought from your own online store. Get wealthy sooner by building deep first before building wide Now, this item warrants another discussion. Get well, groomed, and let your face shine with clear skin so people will notice and ask, what products do you use? Of course, you know the answer. It's Atomy. Follow the 8 steps to success and 8 core being taught by successful leaders. Be not just hearers, but doers with what we have learned. Okay, so sales mastership came to the forefront, and it is a milestone and a blessing in my journey. Remember that I came to the conclusion that it will take me a very long time to become a sales master? Apparently, my upline had a different view about this. In the early part of October 2020, our leadership group announced that it was a good time to move up to higher levels of mastership. The leaders shared with us how this was possible given our status at that point in time. They suggested that I was among those who would or could work in becoming a sales master during the challenge period October 16 to October 31, 2020. I thought to myself, this is impossible. I have 34 members on my left and only 15 were purchasing the products. I just knew I needed more consumers and active members. I talked to my daughter, who is my downline, and explained to her that I need help in order to come up with 2.5 million PVs on my left by the end of the 2-week challenge period. She signed up 2 of her adult children, and that helped some. Meanwhile, my upline have demonstrated how to achieve these numbers during our meetings, training sessions, and one-on-ones. In fact, SR and Peter Park diagrammed this for me on a paper napkin. Peter, I'm still keeping that paper. Diamond Master Bill Hotzel has designed work papers that plotted the dates and names of my members and a projection of total PVs every day on the left side and on the right side. It was a very effective tool to help achieve the goal and monitor and track the daily progress. But I kept thinking, 2.5 million is an awfully high number. How can this happen? Suppose I can do it on my left side. What about my right side? How could I meet 2.5 million PVs on my right side? I don't even know majority of the people on my right side. That is a shocking statement to say or to make. But that's a long story, and in the interest of time, we won't go into that now. So please stay with me. To make a long story short, a great blessing as big as 5 million PVs hit me on my right side. My partner on my right, Lucy Phillips, was also working to become a sales master during the same challenge period. That meant she also had to produce 2.5 million PVs on her left and 2.5 millions on her right. Our leaders, showing their vision, expertise, and many years of practice in the business, already knew how this will all play out. Each of our leaders pledged to help us meet the challenge. They monitored each day, and they did indeed help those among us who were trying for sales master by the end of October 2020. Starting from Bill and Arsinia, to Peter and Jay, to Daniel and Jennifer, all the way up to Jason Shim. They all promised to help, and help they did. Amazing, truly amazing. Now, ask yourself, what other company does this? What other group of leaders will help their downline this way? Only Atomy. I tried them all, from Amway to Manatech plus a few others. Only with Atomy have I experienced the spirit of cooperation, unselfish service, unity of purpose, modeled by a visionary CEO, Hanjil Park, who teaches and touches the members up close and personal. Virtual it may be, but just as sincere and just as effective. Wow. If you have not yet caught the vision, if you have not yet seen your future in Atomy, if you have not yet set your goals and realized your dream, today is the day. Let us not be just hearers, but let us be doers. Atomy is global. There has got to be a country or countries where your business will blossom, starting from here in the United States, where it can take root, grow, mature, and take us to the highest level that we aim to reach. This is a gift on a golden platter ready for us to take. Let us receive it with gratitude and work in it with passion. Okay, so the proverbial $64 million question is, where do I go from here? The answer is simple. I aim to go to the top as high as God will allow. You see, I have not told you that I am already 81 years old. Don't tell anybody. I say I am 18 and claim that I have dyslexia, one who tends to transpose numbers and letters. Now, therefore, if God allows me 4 or 5 more productive years, it is conceivable that I can move up one level each year. Every day I live my life to the fullest, and Atomy is now a vital part of it. I will endeavor to climb every step as best I can. Remember, I told you, I love hard, I serve hard, and I work hard. It's okay if you forget that I also eat hard. I therefore encourage everyone to join in this exciting journey of climbing the Atomy ladder of success. Let us take to heart our motto, cherish the spirit, create the vision, follow the faith, serve in humility, and may God richly bless each one of you. Aja, aja, aja.
Oh, thank you, Tita.
Awesome.
Wow. Thank you so
Wow.
very much, Teresita, Tita. Oh, wow, that was so inspiring. Did you guys feel the goosebumps? I did.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, she's 81 years old. I can't believe it.
exactly.
Well,
I mean,
Good, good.
Wow,
This is her first time for speaking like this on Zoom meeting. So give her a very big hand.
of course.